This bit completely rips off Blade Runner. Alright. Hey guys, welcome to JPlays. I am Iceman, and this is Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo. This game was my first ever experience with Cyberpunk. This was my entire introduction to Cyberpunk, and this was one of my absolute favoritist games to hire from video game stores back in the... This came out in 93, I think? Yeah, so back in the 90s, like early 90s. This game, I absolutely love it. I have played through this game so many times. So I just thought it'd be good to cover this next on the channel. I just love everything about this. The only thing that gets a lot of people is the control scheme. Like when you hit the buttons and you gotta move the targeting reticle around. You get used to it. I mean, that's the only negative. This game has a nice blend of RPGs, like action RPGs, and it has some adventure elements where you have to talk to people, and then you get keywords that you can then use to talk to other people, which unlock more keywords, and then that's, you know, it all goes together. There's just so much to do in this game. After playing this game, I was obsessed with Shadowrun for ages. I went off and bought the I looked into the pen and paper series. I never actually played it, but I bought the... Do I still have it on my bookshelf? Pretty sure I do. The second edition, I think. Second edition rulebook, if I remember right. So second or third. The rulebook, and that was amazing. The backstory, everything. I was obsessed. I really wanted to play the pen and paper version of it, but there's just no one wanted to play it. Yeah, so I've played through this so many times. I was wishing for, like, because of the way that this game finishes, I was just eagerly awaiting a sequel, and it looked like it was never going to happen. You know, because then the Super Nintendo came and went, and the N64, and then generations and generations, and I was just like, oh damn it. And then, decades later, on Kickstarter, Harebrained Studios with Greg Wiseman, that's his name, or something Wiseman anyway, who was the original creator of Shadowrun, or one of, came and gave us a quasi sequel to this game. Not exactly, but Jake Armitage, the guy whose face you're seeing right now, he's in it, but he's more of a side character. It doesn't really continue the story, but it was good to see him. And that game in itself was fantastic as well. Not as good as this, in my opinion, but it's a different kind of game. It's a turn-based, more XCOM-y with a combat game, whereas this isn't like that. This is an action RPG. Years after playing this, I played the version on the Mega Drive / Genesis. Didn't like that as much as this one. There are people, I mean, there's a lot of people who prefer that one over this one, and that's fine. That one, if I remember right, that one follows the rules of the pen and paper a lot more stricter than this one does. This one goes more for like a film noir kind of style, kinda. And also, how many games start you out in a morgue? I mean, besides Planescape Torment, I think that starts out in a morgue. Yeah, that starts out in a morgue. I mean, there's not that many games that... Well, the amnesia aspect of, like, you know, coming back and being like, who am I? What happened? I mean, that's happened in a lot of games, but how many games start with you dying and then being brought back to life? That hasn't been done very often. Especially waking up in the morgue and scaring the shit out of the, what would you call them? The morgue people. That is just highly original. So yeah, this game had a huge effect on me. I just remember hiring this from the video store so many times, it's not funny. I just love it. Playing it, like, even that music you're hearing right now, so iconic. This music, there's a remixed version of in Shadowrun Returns. I'm thinking of Satellite Rain because I did the J reviews thing recently. Yeah. That reminds me, I should stream this on. Excuse the silence, I've just remembered. Okay, that's better. Sorry, I was just setting up the Twitch stream. Not that anyone ever joins that, but I put it up anyway. Yeah, so just the music, everything, just the way the game goes. I like that the game gives you some options, and you're gonna see that in this playthrough, by the way. See, the thing with this game compared to traditional Shadowrun, in this one, if you spend enough time farming karma, you're pretty much a god. Well, not a god, but pretty damn powerful by the end of the game. Because you have a mix of shooting, you don't have melee though, and that's in the other games. But shooting and magic, and you can become pretty damn good at magic and shooting. Whereas in the proper game, if you install cyber augments, then that takes away your... Oh, I can't remember from Shadowrun Returns, what was it called? There was like a rating anyway. You can only have a certain amount of augments installed. Whereas in this game, you could have as many as you wanted. There was no limit. So there's just so much to this game I love. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get on with it. I've left the volume be a bit high on this one, so I'll be checking this video afterwards, and I'm hoping that the volume isn't too high, so you can still hear my voice above all this. It's just that this music's so fantastic. I mean, I'm completely biased, but... By the way, before I go much further. So this game was developed by Beam Software, who are actually an Australian company, my fellow, my country of origin. And I've met a couple of the devs from this one. There's a guy, Brian Uniac. These are names you'd see in the credits if you look it up on Wikipedia. Brian Uniac was one of the testers on it. Something I work with him at Monash. Steve McNamara, I think. No, he was at Beam, but I don't think he worked on this one though. Yeah, but anyway, Brian Uniac, though, met him. And this, yeah, anyway. I'm just obsessed with this game. And here is the way you talk to people in the game. And this is the way that you gain new keywords. See, if you see on the screen, it says the word Hitman all highlighted in bold. That means that that word's been added to your vocabulary, if that's what you want to call it. So now, when I talk to him, see, and now he's giving me the word firearm. So if I go to ask about, now those two keywords are in there. I'll do some things out of sequence, only because I know about it. There's the key. There you go. So that gets you one of the items needed for the dog shaman. Remember, right, there's like 3 that you need. There's like 1 here, 1 in the place where you nearly die. I'm not even gonna go down that way. I'll get my ass kicked. Right now I have bugger all health, but you can't do anything in this game without the list of starting weapon. And by the way, before we proceed any further, this playthrough I'll be playing it in what I call the Beretta challenge. So the Beretta is the first... Yeah, Beretta is the first weapon you get in the game. Just give me one moment, my cat's being annoying. I swear, every time I go to do these recordings, my cat decides to be annoying. It's because I do these recordings at like really late hours of the night, and then so by the time I go to record, my cat decides it wants to bang on the door, be fed, and be put to bed. Except that he expects that if he's going to get put to bed, then I have to go to bed, because otherwise, if he sees the light on, then he goes crazy. Anyway, that has absolutely nothing to do with this, but if you've heard me saying in a lot of my videos about my cats being annoying, there you go. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the Beretta challenge. So the first weapon you get in the game is the Beretta pistol, and I've tested this once, as in I've done one playthrough with it, so I know you can definitely do it successfully. I won't be using any other weapon but the starting weapon. So what that does, it encourages you to play Shadowrun the way more it is in the Mega Drive game, and Shadowrun Returns, and the pen and paper, where you have to have Shadowrunners go with you in order to get stuff done, instead of you just being a walking god and being able to slaughter everything. You know, even then, even using the starting weapon, there's a fair amount of enemies you can take out. I can't remember if you can take out Drake yet or not, if you can damage him. Anyway, I know I'll be able to beat him because I've done it. I mean, I've beaten the whole game doing this. But it's a nice little limitation to put on yourself. Yeah, those things, those games you absolutely love, put a limitation on it to make the game harder for you. whilst at the same time not make. You don't want to put something that makes it possible. Now at the same time, I hope I don't die here. Starting weapon. Okay, now I need to equip the Beretta. Yep. Okay, now you die. So that gets us that. Up here is the second item from the dog. Wait, like to the dog shaman that you need. You see that? So that gives us the keyword dog. Okay. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I remember there being a second item around here. Now, by the way, there's, I remember reading in Retro Gamer magazine, there's actually, I forget which one it is. One of these, you've got light pole or power pole. I think it's a light pole. One of these is like a way to reach like a secret dev room or something, and it's one of these things you gotta like touch it, like hit it in a certain sequence or something. I don't know, I've never done it, but I don't even know which one it is. I just remember reading about it. So you gotta find one of these and tap it with the hand icon. Yeah, I don't know. I forget where it is. It is one of those though. Like, it may not be in this area, but it's in the starting area. Like, by starting area, I'm talking about downtown, which is the bit that we're in right now. Now, the first thing you want to do, firstly, hopefully not get killed, you need to get the key to your apartment. None of those guys are useful for conversation, but I just thought maybe they'd have something. It's useful talking to people though, because the keywords you get, which are useful in different areas. That should be the first room on the left. Cool. That is the key to the apartment. Here's one bit where you could get yourself, was it here? Or maybe just in healing yourself with damage. There's an item, slap patch, which can be used for health, get some health back. But you never find any more of those in the whole game, if I remember right. And yeah, but you need it in order to. There's like an NPC, Dances with Clans, I think. That's his name. And yeah, the only way you can get him is by using that on him. First you gotta get to him, which the only way to get there is via scalpel. Okay, so we've got to get to the apartment. Because once you got the apartment open, then you can actually start saving. And then if you want to, you can do farming for karma points. You know, start raising money because you need to. Like if you want to start buying stuff. Like if you want to get some Shadowrunners to help you out and all that. Is it here? No, this is where the doctor's place is. One annoying thing in this game is that there's places where, see, there's that door, and that one you'd think, oh, I could get in there. Nope. Locked. It says it's locked, but you can't get in there. Like you'll never find the item to get in there. Where you want to go. You don't want to go on those two doors. And by the way, everything on the left side, just like the other place, is unreachable. Which is annoying. What you want to do is get on the last apartment. Apartment 5. Use the key. What? Only 6 with it. I should actually examine it. 6. Okay. Now, one of the most important things you need is this. Because if you go in looking shortly, like after a little bit, you have to go back to the morgue to speak to the doctors. But if you go in looking like you do right now, the doctors will recognize you for who you are and go running off. But if you put the shades on, then they don't run off. Drake is this big dragon thing that you fight. Not the end of the game, but nearly the end. Like the second last location. And when you find little items like that, that gives you phone numbers that you can ring. Except first you need a cred stick. I don't think I got a cred stick. I think you get that later on. One thing I'll do is when there's the boring stuff, like when I have to go off and do farming and stuff, I won't put that. Like if you're watching on the Twitch side of things, most likely I'll leave that. I'll put that up. But as far as the YouTube side, I don't know. I'll see what I'll do. I might cut that stuff out. That'd be just a bit boring. go here. Not that I want to use it, but... over here, you can get Cyber Deck, which you definitely don't want to use, because if you go to use that, your head will explode. But there's a Shadowrunner at the bar you can hire to get you through that. Oh, this I'm probably gonna die going in here, but if I can be quick at it. Where is it? This is one item you need. I think you need it. I forget what you need. I think you need it for spells or something. Way later on. And here you wanna, at least for now, skip the first door. We've got the next keyword, Shadowrunner. And that gave us the keyword hiring. Now later on you can come back to this guy, because you get sent off to this pit place, which is like a garbage tip kind of thing. If you come back to him after that, you can gain the negotiation skill from him, which makes buying from NPCs cheaper. So this place is great for keywords. So he gave us heal and street dock. This guy's good if you want to hack into that office where the cyber deck was, like early on. So you can hire this guy, go there, and then he can hack the computer for you. Except you need 500 first. Go to speak to this guy now. He won't talk to you. But if you go and speak to this one, he goes and makes a nice tea. Grab that, and in true adventure game style, give that to this guy. Now, if you go talk to him, and he gives you the tickets keyword. Grinder, that's it. What was it, Glutman? I can't remember. Okay, so that gave us the Maria and Grinder keywords. Now we've got Lone Star, cause of it. Lone Star are like the police, kind of. Like more like rent-a-cops. That Lone Star word is important. If you remember the guy that I was talking to in the other building just before, you go to him, ask for a Lone Star, and you can get buy a Lone Star badge, which you need to the morgue guys. By the way, Maria Mercurial, she's all in the rulebook, if I remember right. I can't remember if she's in Shadowrun Returns or not. Now we've got the Deckers keyword. It says Deckers, but you get Decker. See, and that gave us Data Jack. One thing is, like, whenever you get a new keyword, then, you know, when you go back, sometimes it's useful to go back and talk to other people, other times it's not. But you never know. I'm sure if I talk to him about a data jack, he'll actually respond to that. Oh, okay. Decker. I remember right, he's probably going to charge like $50 or something. Or a badge. Is it 50 or more? I can't remember. So he's the guy you need to talk to about Lone Star. Oh, 150. Okay. Okay, 150. And then it's like 500 or something to hire that guy. One annoying thing is that once you get the glasses, you can't take them. But now that I've got them, if I go back to where the morph was, the guys don't run off. But you can't get anything out of these guys. Not until you got the Lone Star badge. And all that's going to require a bit of farming, so I think I'll do that off camera. But to show you just quickly, I'll go save first. I'll show it happening once and then that's it. So you come to places like this, and then right now my combat skills absolutely suck. You kill people like that, get money, rinse and repeat, which gets you karma points. See? Then you get karma points, which you can then use. How much money we got? 70. So, 6. So you take your karma, and don't think it's not karma like in Fallout, for example. This is actual karma is like your skill points. So So you can use it here, for example, and increase. Well, you need to have karma equal to what you want to increase. So if you want to get body up, then you gotta have 3. Firearm. See, if I use that now, I raise that by 1, which that improves the. If I remember right, it improves the accuracy. Your accuracy when shooting weapons. But there is a cap to it. I mean, you can raise it to, I think, 13 or something. Or is it 20? I can't remember. It's 13 or 20. But after a certain point, unless you're using a better weapon, you're not really doing anything. And that skill, for now, is completely useless because we've got a Cortex bomb in our head. So if we try and use a jack into a terminal, the head will blow up. But we can still raise firearm, can't do anything with magic. And these skills can go up. But I will do that off camera. So I'm sure that would be boring to watch me do farming. Alright, well, so that ends it for this video. By the time of the next one, I should have enough money to go and get the Lone Star badge and to hire the Shadowrunner to hack into the computer. You can see the Matrix side of things. And I should have a little bit more health as well as shooting ability. Alright, so if you've enjoyed watching this video, be sure to subscribe on the YouTube side of things because I will be continuing in this series of playing through Shadowrun. Yeah, and so if you subscribe, you'll be notified when the next one in this series is made available. Alright guys, have a good one.